Justin Bieber was taken advantage of one too many times by people who he should have been able to trust. It's important to bring awareness to the things that he and many other people went through growing up at a young age in Hollywood. Here are some celebrities caught taking advantage of Justin Bieber. Justin was just 12 years old when he was discovered by his talent agent Scooter Braun, who guided him to astronomical child star success.
There's gonna be one less lonely girl.
By the time he turned 18, Justin already had an estimated net worth of $40 million, as well as a plethora of awards, millions of devoted fans across the globe, and a whole host of celebrity friends. A bunch of teens caught the Bieber fever, but along with that, so did many seedy adults who tried to take advantage. Now, with the Diddy arrest happening, a lot of this is coming to light. Justin even vocalized his discomfort on many occasions, and everyone let him down. Recently, people on TikTok have been taking a brief pause from the overanalyzing the Justin Hailey-Selena drama and looking back at some of Bieber's early interviews when he was still a teen. Yet, instead of bringing on a warm and fuzzy feelings of nostalgia, they've sparked new conversations about how and why Bieber was so objectified by society at such a young age. A few examples are times he was videotaped with Diddy, one being when he was just 15 years old.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy.
Diddy was taking care of him for 2 days, said they were doing things that they couldn't talk about, but said it was every 15-year-old's dream.
But it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Another few videos of Diddy and Bieber where Bieber looked generally uncomfortable came to light as well. One with Diddy questioning why Justin and him don't hang out anymore.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Weird. Another where he seemed to be patting him down to make sure he wasn't wearing a wire. A series of interview clips begin to play in the background, including one where a female radio host can be heard saying, "My parents never gave me the birds and bees talk. Why don't you give me the birds and bees talk?" I feel uncomfortable right now," Bieber said in reply. "Why do you want to know the birds and bees talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird." Even at just 15 years old, Justin had enough wit and sense to know what was happening to him and how he was being treated was wrong. And now people wonder why he gets nervous going to events. Other clips include the time Katy Perry squeezed Justin's behind on camera when he was barely 18 and she was 28 years old. Katy is one person people are now seeing as creepy. She has a bunch of instances where she kind of preyed on young men and showed jealousy towards young women. One time she swooned over a contestant named Trevor Holmes, who was there with his girlfriend, and he was at a very young age.
You're so hot.
Oh.
You're like...
This isn't real.
She continued even after he brought out and introduced his girlfriend. She called him a dreamboat, called him so hot, asked if he was engaged.
First of all, like, only hot guys are typically named Trevor.
She asked if he wanted to come hang out with her if he didn't make it to Hollywood.
If you're not going to Hollywood, maybe you can just come hang out with me.
Another instance is when an 18-year-old revealed that he has never been smooched before or even in a relationship.
I can't kiss a girl without being in a relationship.
Come here, bud.
No, wait, hold on.
Katy demanded that he give her a smooch on the cheek, but tricked him and turned her head, taking his first smooch ever in his life. He said it made him uncomfortable as he wanted his first smooch to be special.
You did it! That's a first.
Many other instances of this woman shows her being condescending to younger women, making jokes at their expense, but flirting with the younger men who are barely 18. Anyway, back to Justin. Jenny McCarthy had an instance on stage with Justin that was so highly creepy, I feel horrible for him just thinking about it. Justin won Artist of the Year award, and Jenny McCarthy, without any warning, grabs him, starts smooching his neck, grabs his behind as he wiggles to get away. He looked so uncomfortable here and visibly told the audience how he felt about it. The sad part about this is he was looking into the audience for help and they all just laughed. If this were a young woman being grabbed like this by an older man, I think we can all agree he would probably be jailed. She later spoke about it while being interviewed, calling him delicious, saying she was living out a cougar fantasy.
I did grab his butt. I'm single.
And saying other things that I can't believe people didn't make a big fuss about.
I couldn't help it. He was just so delicious.
One fan commented saying, "Anybody still wondering why men don't want to talk about their problems? This is exactly why." The entire room laughs. Geez, if it was a 40-year-old man and a 16-year-old girl, the entire room would make a citizen arrest in a few seconds. We must create an environment where all survivors, regardless of gender, feel empowered to share their stories and receive the support they need. By amplifying the narratives of young men, we can challenge certain perceptions and foster a more inclusive dialogue that recognizes that anybody can be the target of unwanted advances. Together, let's advocate for a world where every young person is heard, validated, and protected. In a separate radio show, Justin Bieber was asked if he likes French girls. They kept going, asking uncomfortable questions, asking questions like, does he know how to French? In a follow-up clip, Justin talked about how uncomfortable he was and mentioned that his mom was right there and that he's only 15 years old. Ellen DeGeneres is known for trying to embarrass the guests on her show.
You were.
Justin Bieber came on her show, but slightly before that, he had some photos taken of him by the paparazzi where he wasn't wearing anything. Ellen brought that up to him and then put the photo up on full screen.
You are obviously in a private bungalow.
Yeah.
And you...
Justin, at this point in his career, was probably so used to this stuff happening, he seemed to handle it the best way he could. Justin spoke about Billie Eilish.
I'm the bad guy. Duh.
During a 2020 interview with Apple Music's Zane Lowe, where he ended up in tears. He said, I just want to protect her. I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Yeah, it was really sweet of him. Dude, think about what that man has gone through.
The interview is now being brought back up to light because of the Diddy arrest and people speculating what might have happened to Justin and all the times he was let down by people he should have been able to trust. In the interview with Justin in tears, he said he felt protective of Billie and whenever she needed him, he would be there. He also said, it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry, not knowing where to turn and everybody telling me they love me and then they turn their back on you in a second.
Everyone, telling me they love me and just turn their back on you in a second.
Like Justin, Billie Eilish herself quickly shot to superstardom with her debut album When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, producing multiple hit singles. Bieber, who had endured his personal struggles in the public eye, shared, it was bad, it was dark. Billie Eilish had a really sweet response to this, sharing a photo of her younger self wearing a Bieber t-shirt. To wrap everything up, over the years, Justin Bieber has got so much hassle simply for being a 15-year-old that looked and sounded like a 15-year-old. He was put through so much in the industry, and anytime it was done out in the open, all people did was laugh. Now people are acknowledging the fact that he was let down and taken advantage of. His life was put under a microscope in a way that many of us experience privately. While he navigated the challenges of growing up and making mistakes, he had to do this in the public eye, and people unfairly judged him. Based on what he had to deal with, I think he's done pretty well, and I'm glad that people are recognizing that he was treated unfairly. People also speculate if a lot of his public breakdowns happened because of the stuff he had to deal with growing up. Seems like Hailey's been through his side through most of it and made him feel more comfortable expressing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We read all of them. Thank you for supporting FTD News. Stay tuned for more celebrity gossip.